What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, okay, making his debut on the channel tonight, we have Gabriel Iglesias. Yes, indeed. How about that? Gabriel Iglesias making his debut on the channel. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Storm Rami, and Storm wanted to see me react to this. Is this a? No, oh wait. Gabriel Iglesias, he's a comedian, isn't he? Okay, so I guess we're doing a stand-up routine from Gabriel Iglesias called Road Trip. Now, have I ever seen this before? Believe it or not, no, I have not. My wife loves stand-up comedy routines. She really does. There's a number of comedians that she really enjoys, and looking at the name now, Gabriel Iglesias, I think this is one of the guys that she really likes. Whenever I see her watching, comedy routines, I usually leave the room. It's just not my thing, guys. Nothing against comedy routines in general. I think I know that's a talent that I do not have. And I know it takes a lot of guts to get up there in front of a crowd, because you got to make these people laugh and entertain them, because if you don't, you're going to get shoes thrown at you probably. But my wife, from what I remember, if I'm not mistaken, my wife loves this cat. So, but I have not seen anything from him except maybe like 2 or 3 seconds when I realized, oh, she's watching a comedian. I'm going to go upstairs, I'm going to do some work. So, no, I have not seen anything from this cat. So this is going to be interesting, and if I'm not mistaken, this is actually my first stand-up comedy routine done. Well, no, hold on. We've had Evan and Costello on the channel a couple times, so no, well, maybe not. But this is a solo, though. I'm not sure. We'll go with it. We'll just roll with it. We'll see how this turns out. Let's see. This was posted by Gabriel Iglesias. No shock there. And the video has 39.9 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Road Trip, Gabriel Iglesias from Hot and Fluffy Comedy Special. Fluffy. I knew it. I knew the name looked familiar. Okay. Mrs. Heretic always refers to this guy as Fluffy. Now I get it. That's okay. All the pieces of the puzzle just fell into place. All right. Cool. All right. Let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this. Oh my God, yeah.
One more good story to tell you. I took a road trip about a year ago after I got rid of the Beetle in the SUV. Took a road trip from LA to Phoenix to go perform at this club. Let me tell you who's in the car. I'm driving. I got my buddy Armando riding shotgun. He's another fluffy guy. We call him Sexy Bitch. Well, I don't call him that. His wife calls him that. He's a sexy bitch. Anyway, in the back seat, I got my friend Martin. Next to him is my friend Felipe. So we take off. We're on the 10 freeway. We're passing all these Indian casinos.
Oh, not the 10.
Sorry, I'm stupid like that. Anyway, all of a sudden, all these cars start passing me, right? I'm getting annoyed because I'm driving a I said, next car that tries to pass me, I'm not gonna let him. So I'm looking in the rearview mirror, waiting, waiting, and I see a silver dot. The silver dot turned out to be a little car with 2 hoochies in it, right? So some of you guys are going, how do you know they're hoochies? Because my friend Martin was in the back seat going, I feel a disturbance in the force. They tried to go around and I cut them off.
Rude.
I'm having fun, they're back there, whatever. My friend Felipe is in the back seat yelling at me, fool, what are you doing? I go, dude, don't worry, I'm having fun. Gabriel, you're gonna get pulled over. Dude, I'm okay, it's cool. We're arguing, going back and forth. I'm not paying attention. I don't see a California highway patrol officer creeping up on me.
Oh, there's a chippy.
All of a sudden I hear, whoo! I look at the speedometer, 102.
Wow. There goes your license.
The little car that was behind me with the 2 hoochies, they got pulled over because they were going just as fast, you know.
His voice inflections are fantastic. His sound effects that he's generating himself are amazing. And his timing is spot on. This guy is probably super popular with people who have ADHD. I'm willing to bet, because he is just constantly shifting gears. It's smart though, because remember, adults, human adults, we have an attention span of how long? 8 seconds. So he is smart, man. He's constantly shifting gears, changing his speed, changing his tempo, changing his voice inflections, changing his volume, changing his pitch, throwing in sound effects. You know, he's very engaging, and I can see why he's successful. I'm starting to see why Mrs. Heretic likes this guy so much. You can't space out watching this cat. You just can't.
I'm in the front seat of my car freaking out. Oh my God, I'm going to jail. I can't believe it. I'm on the verge of tears.
There goes your license.
In the back seat, I hear my friend Felipe. Fool, what are you crying for? What are you crying for, fool? You're not the one with weed in his pocket, are you?
Oh.
You have drugs in the car? I told you to slow down, didn't I? But no,
Fair point.
Pikachu knows everything. Shoot, everybody roll down your window. I heard the car. Mondo, fart. Do something, man. The cop walks over to the window, looks in, sees my face, recognizes me from TV, right? He's like, hey, I know you. You're a comedian.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're that guy from Comedy Central. You're the guy that does that joke about his friend at a hotel, and you crank call him, and you call him a dirty Mexican, and then you go, but it was funny, huh? Oh, I love that joke. That one, and when you go, chocolate cake. Oh, I love that joke. I hate to do this to you, but we got 2 cars involved. I need your license and registration. Okay, here you go, here you go. So he takes my info, goes back to the car with the 2 girls in it, right? The whole time he's back there, I tell everybody in the car, check it out. He just recognized me from TV. Maybe if we have some fun with him, crack some jokes, maybe he won't take the car.
Yeah.
I don't care if I get a ticket, but as long as he doesn't take the car. Mando, be silly, crack a joke. Martin, be funny. Felipe, what, fool? Shut the hell up. So the cop goes back to the car. What the hell were you doing out there? Before I could think of something funny to say, from the back seat I hear, fool, he was testing the suspension. Oh my God, this pothead's gonna get me arrested. Officer, I'm sorry, that's my friend Felipe. That's the guy from the special. That's the guy who says, but it was funny, huh? He's just trying to get me in trouble. I'm really sorry. Whatever. So he goes back to his squad car with my driver's license, and he's swiping it in a computer. The whole time he's doing that, he's being yelled at from the back seat of my car.
Oh.
Hey, officer, thank God you have a computer. Last week we got stopped in Mexico. That fool had a Rolodex. The cop starts dying. I go, oh, we got him going. I tell my buddy Mondo, give me my CDs. I take out my Bad Boys 2 soundtrack and I pop it in. Track 3 is the theme song to Cops. I tell my friend Felipe, tell me when the cop starts walking. Okay, fool, here he comes. I cranked that song as loud as I could. Bad boys, what you gone? What you gonna do? Best part, now the cop is walking to the beat. Even better than that, the two hoochies in the car can hear the music and they're freaking out. They're like, oh my God, we're gonna be on TV. The cop goes to the girls, gives them a ticket, lets them go. Looks at our car, and at this point, we're like halfway through the song, right? We're like, police not give it no break. I down soldier, hey, bad boys, bad. Got our arms out the window like a bunch of idiots. The cop is in the middle of the freeway dying. He walks over to the window and he's like, shut it off! Yes, sir. Hands me my license and the registration, and he tells me, Gabriel, I want you to do me a big favor. I want you to keep this tank under 100. You think you can do that?
No problem. No problem. Sounds like he's getting off with a warning to me. Lucky him.
Do that for me. Keep on doing what you do, and you have yourself a nice day.
Get out of here.
That's it?
That's it.
No ticket?
Shut up.
No ticket. I don't know what possessed me to look at this man and go, why?
Oh.
How come the girls got a ticket? And he tells me the coolest thing. He says, because they couldn't make me laugh.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, believe in the power of laughter. Absolutely.
You don't understand, Gabriel. I've been on the force now for 26 years. This is hands down the funniest damn traffic stop I've ever been a part of. Do you have any idea how hard it is to give two sluts a ticket while listening to cops? I damn near pissed myself. I was laughing so hard. This is going in the books as one of the funniest things that ever happened to a police officer. I swear to God. The only story better than this one is a buddy of mine pulled over some fat guy that gave him donuts.
Okay.
So he starts walking away, right? And just as I'm about to start the car.
No. No.
So does that mean I can keep my weed?
Oh!
I turn around to yell at my friend. Too late, the cop is at the window. You want to run that by me again, son?
Oh,
you heard
God.
what I said, fool. Oh, you think this is a big joke, don't you? You think that just because I gave your buddy here a break, I know who he is, I like what he does. I don't know you, I don't like you. Step out of the car.
Ooh.
I turn around and my friend Felipe is like, ooh, I'm so scared. And the cop pulls out his gun. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my God. Back seat, my friend Felipe. Ooh, I am so scared.
Oh.
He's good. He is good. Then he points it at him. The look on my friend Felipe's face. Priceless. Are you serious? Are you serious?
You think he's playing?
I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail. The cop was like, shh, nah. But that was funny, huh?
Ah!
I love you, Bakersfield.
Well done. Hey, crowd interaction. Look at that. And the self-promotion. Yes. Advertising. advertising. Here's the merch. Here's my social media links. Here's the video you can buy. Here's my t-shirts. You know, you put it all up there. I mean, look, I get it. I absolutely get it. I'm not mad at it. I just think it's funny. Well, that was interesting. Okay, now here's my question. How am I going to score this? I have no idea. I'm going to have to figure something out. So let me get my thoughts together. Let me figure out how I'm going to score this. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Gabriel Iglesias, a.k.a. Fluffy. I get it now. Now that the correlation occurred. Doing a stand-up routine called Road Trip. This was a request from Storm Remy. I had to think about this because I was really trying to figure out, like, a score popped in my head, and I'm like, okay, well, that's a great score. How did I get that? How do I justify giving it that score? And I was really trying to figure this out. And I came up with some ideas. I came up with some points and kind of refined those points a little bit. And as a result, my score actually went up a little bit. So it was a process, but we got there, okay? So I'm going to give my score. I'm going to give my reasonings, and we're going to call it a day. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.7. Yep, 8.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, an 8.7. What does that mean? Well, an 8.7 would translate to a great scale rating, so overall, I think this was a great presentation. It would get 4 to 5 stars and an A letter grade. So there you go, an 8.7, great skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? That is an interesting story. It boiled down to a couple things. Number one, I went down my criteria of live shows when it comes to live bands. And I was like, can I really apply this? And the truth of the matter is, yes, I can. First things first, stage presence. Did he have it? Yeah, he didn't look like a roadie. He didn't just go out there in jeans and a t-shirt. No, he was wearing a Hawaiian shirt and what kind of shorts are those? Not Bermuda shorts. What are those? Cargo shorts. He looked like a tourist. But considering the fact that the name of the comedy routine is Road Trip, I guess it's kind of appropriate. Stage energy, check. He was constantly moving around the stage, constantly being animated. So yeah, I'll absolutely give it that. Stage interaction, kind of hard to do that when you're by yourself, so that got nullified. It's not a no, it's not an unchecked box. The box just doesn't exist in this case. Crowd interaction, yeah, towards the end when he was going up to the front and giving all the high fives and stuff. I absolutely count that as crowd interaction. Showmanship, yeah, doing a lot of, like I said, movement, motion around the stage. The voicing, we'll talk about more about the voicings in a second, but the voicings he was utilizing, really nice job. Showmanship is there. Production, nah, not really. But then again, like I've always said about production, it's bonus points. Unless you're a production-based band, then you need production. Your production better be on point. But this was not a band, and this didn't really need a whole lot of production, so just bonus points. So out of the 5, well, technically out of the 4 main points, because remember, we took out stage interaction because he's by himself. He checked all 4, so that's a nice start right there. Stand-up comedy has evolved over the decades. It really has changed quite a bit, and I've been fortunate enough to see a lot of the evolution. This is far more recent to when I stopped watching comedy or stand-up comedy. I have never really watched anything from this cat, so there's a lot of parallels, but there's a lot of differences too. I feel like in this modern age, you have to be more animated. You have to be more mobile. You have to constantly re-engage your audience, because if you don't, you're going to lose them. And fortunately, the more as society we develop and we grow, the easier it is to lose our attention span. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, we live in an age of instant gratification. And if you are not instantly gratified every 8 seconds, you're going to lose your viewer. You're going to lose your audience. And This cat understands that. He really does. His utilization of voice inflections, different voices, different accents, raising and lowering his pitch, raising and lowering his volume, constantly changing things up. And he does a great job of retaining his audience, boy. He really does. Good story to tell, interesting story to tell, multiple characters, each character with their own voice. Very, very well done. His pacing, fast-paced, not a whole lot of dead time. Nice to see that. No, I mean, overall, he did a great job. He really did. He kept me engaged. He absolutely did the entire time. And like I said, there was a point in my life, like when I was in high school, I was really big into comedians. Robin Williams. I'm not exactly proud to say this name, but at the time, I was really kind of engaged by this cat. Andrew Dice Clay, I thought he was funny. Sam Kinison, I thought he was hysterical. I mean, I know this guy's controversial and all, but before the Cosby Show came around, when he was doing stand-up, I thought Bill Cosby was a lot of fun because he would, bring a lot of real life and, relatable stories and relatable topics, and I feel like Gabriel Iglesias did that with this comedy routine. We've all had road trips. We may not have 4 people in the car all the time. We may not have 4 people in the car with one of them holding, but we can all relate to the whole road trip situation. We can all relate to being pulled over, We can all relate to trying to figure out ways to get out of the ticket, We can all figure things out. So, but it was relatable. We've all been there. So it's funny to hear someone's perspective when we can also, as an audience member, can sit there and go, yes, I can relate. I was there. I've been there. I know how that feels, When you're able to connect with your audience on that level, you've hit a home run. You absolutely have. Especially if you can make them laugh. And looking at the video, everybody there was laughing. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good story. I love the ending. When he did the whole thing with the guy in the back seat, he didn't even say a word. He just set it up, which he is really good at. We knew exactly what was going to happen. We knew exactly what was going to happen, and sure enough, it happened. But he did that setup without saying a word. All facial expressions, and that's not an easy skill to use either. You got to work on that. So, and he does a great job of it. Now, look, overall, this was a great presentation. It was funny. It was well executed. It was entertaining. And I had a good time watching it. So, yeah, man, great job overall. 8.7, very well-deserved score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have an 8.7, which is a great scale rating, 4 to 5 stars, and an A letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.